Namibia, our motherland, the pride of Africa, the land of contrast. People weeping and crying because of the misery. Malaria, malaria, what is it that we have done? In the north, east, south and west, people tormented and lamenting all the time. Oh, what a killer disease you are.
Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, all protocol observed as already established. As a nation, we are grateful. For reasons being, our government cares for our well-being. The government put forth our need. Indeed, this is the leadership we want. The leadership that gets concerned when its people are taken away. Instead of sitting in offices, you organize an awareness program. The fight to end misery brought forth by this small creature. We are really grateful. Malaria, malaria, malaria. Where did you come from? Who brought you to this land? Killing important people, the future of our country. But we promise to fight you malaria. We will collectively defeat you as a nation because we have all the support we need from the government official. Allow me to remind the community and the entire nation that we have the capable leadership, and for that, we will conquer any disease. Let me remind you that there are many diseases which affect our nation, of which our government has demonstrated its ability in stopping or preventing the spread and death toll. Through the Ministry of Health and Social Services, we can name of polio,
pneumonia,
whooping cough,
measles,
tetanus,
TB and HIV/AIDS.
The government has played a pivotal role in stopping, controlling, and managing most of these deadly diseases. We will crush you malaria. So ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, malaria, what is it that we have done?
A brief overview about the word malaria, a name that came from a misconception, malaria, which means bad air. The term malaria arose from historical misconception, believed that the disease was caused by breathing in polluted air, particularly from marshy areas. But the truth was later discovered that malaria is caused by a parasite protozoan which is transmitted by a mosquito. A mosquito becomes a vector as it carries and transmits disease from one organism to another. This is done through biting or feeding on the blood of an infected individual. This blood-feeding Anopheles mosquito is one of the leading malaria vectors in the world. The disease will still be spread unnaturally through shed needles or by blood transfusion from an infected donor. But these are recorded as rare cases. Malaria, what is it that we have done?
Namibia, 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 oh Namibia, Namibia, our motherland, the pride of Africa, the land of contrast.
People weeping and crying because of the misery.
Malaria, malaria, what is it that we have done?
In the north, east, south and west, people tormented and lamenting all the time.
Oh, what a killer disease you are.
Ladies and gentlemen, the community at large, I would like to explain to you the process involved for the vector to transmit malaria. Once an Anopheles mosquito bites an infected person, it does not just bite, but at the same time, it injects its saliva. By doing this, it means that if the person is not infected while the mosquito is, such person will be injected with the saliva. This information is important to everyone. A very helpful piece of information so that you and I can know what to do or what happens. For instance, if an infected mosquito bites a person who's not infected, as it transmits the Plasmodium parasite into the person's bloodstream, the Plasmodium parasite in form of protozoa travels the person's liver cell. This is where they multiply and mature. When they multiply, the liver cell bursts, releasing into the bloodstream and invade the red blood cells. That will cause malaria symptoms. This process takes 10 to 14 days after the infected bite. Malaria, malaria, what is it that we have done? Malaria, where do you come from? Who brought you to our land? Malaria, what is it that we have done?
I stand before you, presenting some facts. Facts as to why this vector is the key agent in transmitting malaria. On the other hand, if one of us in the house is infected with malaria, and then an Anopheles mosquito, which is not infected by the person who is infected, of course we know it sucks the blood. In the process, the protozoas male and female are taken up in its blood meal. Fertilization will occur in the mosquito's gut, and then in its stomach walls, where they multiply into 1,000. This process takes 5 to 7 days. Then they will migrate into the insect saliva glands, of which
Namibia, Namibia, oh Namibia, Namibia, our motherland, the pride of Africa, the land of contrast.
People weeping and crying because of the misery.
Malaria, malaria, what is it that we have done?
In the north, east, south and west, people tormented and lamenting all the time.
Oh, what a killer disease you are.
We are victims because of the environment in which we live. Zambezi region, Kavango, Oshana, Ohangwena, Omsati, and other countries like Zambia and Botswana. To mention but a few, we all know that mosquitoes love water, and we are blessed. We have rivers, we have swamps. Sometimes our poor sewage systems in our towns give mosquito a privilege to breed. There are 5 categories of people who are at the high risk of getting malaria if no precaution is taken.
Those who are younger than 5 years old.
Those who are pregnant.
Those with a weak immune system.
And those who don't have access to health care.
We are fortunate because we have access to healthy care. We advise you not to delay as soon as you spot few malaria symptoms. There are a lot of malaria symptoms. There are signs we must all know so that we can seek for medical intervention before it is too late. Fever and sweating, coldness to the extent of shaking your whole body, headache and muscle ache, fatigue, which is tiredness, chest pain and difficult in breathing, vomiting, seizure, your brain can behave abnormal. Be smart. Seek for medical help immediately once you spot some outlying symptoms. If you delay, as malaria gets worse, it can cause anemia and yellowing of your skin and white of your eyes. Never should you let the situation to get complicated. If not treated, it can lead to a coma, organic failure, and death. Malaria, what is it that we have done?
We know our government is doing a commendable job for us in the quest to protect the nation. We thank the leadership of our country for their cooperation in uplifting the living standard of the people of Namibia, which is visible. The K and the PU strategy is forth, making sure that everyone feels safe to be in Namibia. As I stand before you, I lament as a daughter of Zambezi region. We are complaining about malaria, yes, yet we know we can win over malaria. But there is one thing which we want our government to look at. The question is, are our cries not reaching the right offices? Malaria has taken a lot of our people. But apart from malaria, there is another thing that has claimed a lot of lives. Many lives have been lost. Zambezi region is 500 kilometers away from Rundu, 1,000 kilometers away from the capital city. Yet some patients have to travel from Katima to Rundu for treatment. We plead, we are on our knees. If a child swallows a coin by mistake, the only place it can be removed is Rundu. They say help can only be found in Rundu. If someone is critically ill, he or she will be referred to Rundu. Why can't we get these services here? A lot of our brothers and sisters have perished on their way. We are the gateway to Central Africa. We have plenty of land. Why can't we get those services? Those facilities available in our region, which are in other regions, so that we don't record death caused by distance. The only way we are to reduce the death rate caused by distance is through getting those facilities from Rundu to Zambezi. This is our cry as a region. As we fight malaria, we should fight the distance caused by transporting patients from Katima to Rundu and Windu. Malaria, what is it that we have done?
Namibia, Namibia, Namibia. Oh, Namibia. Namibia, our motherland. The pride of Africa. The land of contrast. People weeping and crying because of the misery.
Malaria, malaria. What is it that we have done?
In the north, east, south, and west, people tormented and lamenting all the time.
Oh, what a killer disease you are.
Ladies and gentlemen, now that we know what malaria is, and of course we know how it is transmitted, the question you need to ask yourself is, are you doing what is required in order for you not to be bitten by the mosquitoes? We need to know how to prevent ourselves from mosquito bites. For travelers coming to Zambezi region, it's time you know that we live with mosquitoes. There are many ways we can use to win over malaria. There are many ways we can use to win over malaria. For travelers coming to Zambezi region, it's time you know that we live with mosquitoes. Yes, we know we cannot take away our Zambezi river. We might not be able to rehabilitate some swamps, but there are other alternatives we can use to avoid mosquito bites. Use insect repellents. Mosquito will repel from you. They will be afraid of you. Wear long sleeves and pants, especially in nighttime. Use mosquito nets. You can install nets on doors and windows, including bird-treated nets. This way will prevent mosquitoes from entering. Reduce breeding sites. Those damn tires out there. Eliminate standing water near your house. This attracts mosquitoes. To mention but a few, we can only win over malaria if we all believe that prevention is better than cure. If we protect ourselves, if we take precautions, then we will record 0 deaths caused by malaria. Malaria, malaria, malaria. What is it that we have done?
Namibia, Namibia, Namibia. Oh, Namibia.
Namibia, our motherland.
The pride of Africa.
The land of contrast.
People weeping and crying because of the misery.
Malaria, malaria. What is it that we have done?
In the north, east, south, and west,
People tormented and lamenting all the time.
Oh, what a killer disease you are.
We'll crush you, malaria.